Happy Brawler Days, or Brawly New Year's, or whenever I manage to release this video. 2023 has been a very good year for Brawl Stars, with updates reworking and improving many different aspects of the game, as well as adding new features and new brawlers. But some of the updates are better than others, and I decide which are what. In this video, I'll tier list all updates Brawl Stars got in 2023, from Candyland to Star Tunes. And if you don't agree with me, just know, you're a part of the problem. So let's begin with Candyland. This update brought 3 new brawlers to the game: Mandy, Chester and Gray. Chester is quite cool. His random supers and changing main attack are very unique and definitely worthy of a legendary rarity. Gray is also a nice brawler. His main attack is quite bland, but a large amount of utility he gets from his gadgets and super make him quite interesting. However, Mandy, I don't like her. The gimmick of shooting further when standing still isn't fun, and it's also very irritating to be one-shotted from the other side of the map. But this update also brought the removal of brawl boxes, which just might be the best change Brawl Stars has ever and probably will ever do. Right, Discord? Getting rid of the RNG of boxes for the predictability and personalizability of the credit system is incredible, and something I would never believe Supercell would do. So Candyland is an easy S tier. Mystery at the Hub is next, and it is the perfect update. The theme was really cool, all of the quality of life changes just benefited the game greatly. The main feature of the update, Mastery, was also a nice inclusion, adding loads of resources and fun cosmetics even if it takes way too long to max. The battle cards were a cool feature, adding way more customizability options for players. And then there's the end battle stats. The second best thing Brawl Stars has ever and probably will ever add. Finally, I can see the reason we lost was because of that! Oh, and new balls are pretty cool too. Willow, being a thrower, instantly makes me like her, but the ability to take control of an enemy is something I've never seen before in a multiplayer game. And RT is even better. I love his character design, and the mark system is an interesting way of being both a support brawler and a damage dealer. His super is quite similar to Bonnie's though, but it's still really cool. This update did everything right, except for adding back this shit to Power League, so it's an undeniable S tier. The Rumble Jungle is a mixed update in my opinion. Bling is very cool, allowing players to get so many free cosmetics that I never know what I am supposed to buy. But the other features aren't to par with previous updates. The new brawlers aren't as good. Maisie has a nice super, but I don't like the weird accelerating shots, and Hank is very unique but also very boring. The Power League and Trophy reset changes is also way too punishing, drastically lowering your Power League rank, and having to play 20 brawlers every 2 weeks to not lose a bunch of trophies are just too much. And I know they were changed eventually, but I'm writing the update, not its bug patches. Some of the random changes were okay though. I like the Meg rework, and making brawlers easier to get for new players is always good. And well, I have to mention the best skin collection ever. So all in all, the Rumble Jungle's main feature bling was incredible, but other changes were quite disappointing. A tier. Next up, the Enchanted Woods, and its major feature was Stardrops. After brawl boxes were removed, people started leaving the game, even if Supercell released banger after banger after banger, because people just loved gambling too much. So Stardrops were Supercell's way of bringing gambling back to Brawl Stars, and I'd say it worked. Opening Stardrops is usually exciting, and it works making me want to play at least 9 games every day. The choice of allowing players to unlock brawlers from Stardrops is also very cool and adds a lot of excitement to opening Stardrops. If you're not maxed, that is. This season's chromatic brawler, Cordelius, was a really good addition. Transporting brawlers to another dimension is very unique and adds for many different interactions. But the choice of giving him Otis Super as a gadget, that's just stupid. And do you know what's also stupid? Doug. I love how Doug looks. His character and his super are just really cool. But his main attack is so boring. It's Jackie's attack with damage scaling, and Jackie isn't good. Supercell just cursed Doug, making it so he'll always be bad, which is a shame. With a better, more interesting main attack, Doug could be one of the coolest brawlers in the game. But bringing back Payload, the best non-standard game mode, almost compensates for that. This was a very solid update. But Doug's disappointment and the fact that 2 other updates are already in S tier makes me give this update an A. And then there's Ranger Ranch, the first update this year that didn't hit the mark. Hypercharges were, well, oh, I already said that. While they aren't as bad as I originally thought in the video, they contributed more to the gameplay and the Super Supers did end up becoming cooler in later waves of hypercharges, but they're still just way too expensive and a feature I don't like very much. And this update just came with loads of other fails as well, like removing 2 map slots so Hot Zone and Heist could only be played in Power League and Map Maker, and increasing the stat boost power level gives just makes the game straight up more pay to win. And then Supercell's solution to players getting too many token doublers from star drops is to lower the amount of token doublers you get instead of lowering the chance to get them. All of these changes were just bad. And Pearl, this season's chromatic brawler, was disappointing too. You're just a weird merge of a bunch of different brawlers. Pam's main attack, Maisie's super, and a game that is just waiting. Nobody likes waiting, that's why we play video games. The only thing I can say this update did perfectly was Shock. He's one of the most fun and unique brawlers ever released with such a high skill cap. He's without a doubt the best brawler Supercell released this year, but sadly, Shock isn't enough of a pro to outweigh all the cons coming with this update. C tier. Following Ranger rank was Bizarre Circus. It was okay. The main feature of this update, Mega Pig, was kind of a disappointment in my opinion. Changing the ability to personally select what rewards you get to just randomly getting them isn't good, and it definitely doesn't help that for many people, Mega Pig gives less rewards than Club League did, especially when you're not in a fully active club. Cairo said that to max Mega Pig, every player in the club needs to win 40% of their games, which isn't that bad, but how many people are in a full club where everybody uses their tickets? Very, very few. So achieving a max Mega Pig for a large amount of players is harder than getting a high Club League rank was. And if you don't get Mega Pig, you barely get any rewards at all. Max Mega Pig gives 20 star drops, which obviously is good, that's at least probably 1 mythic star drop, but if you just miss 1 mega drop and get 4 out of 5, you only get 8 star drops. That's way less than a giant progression nerf compared to what Club League had. And remember, Mega Pig only happens once a month, while Club League was every week. Now, Mega Pig might be slightly more fun than Club League, but it's still without a doubt a downgrade in my opinion. And other than Mega Pig, not much was added. Charlie was okay, like a bit broken on release, but I enjoyed her existence more than a few other brawlers added this year, and I liked the new hypercharges. This update just feels like the inverse of Rumble Jungle, where Rumble Jungle had a perfectly executed main feature, but the other small changes were lacking. Bizarre Circus is an unsuccessful main feature with okay minor changes, and to me the main feature might be the most important part of an update, C tier. And finally, we have Star Tunes, which hasn't happened yet. But there is the Brawler Days advent calendar to rank, and I love free stuff, S tier. So that's it. 2023 in Brawl Stars. It had some ups and downs, but overall I say the game was an improvement compared to how it was last year, and I can't wait to see what Supercell has prepared for us in 2024. Oh, well, I'm never playing this game again.